Value your human capital. There's the question for you, Simon, this morning.
Yes, if you're under-challenged in your work, undervalued by your boss, creatively stunted, you're not alone. The ONS actually measures these figures, and it's found out that we are using a smaller proportion of our talent, labour and skills than at any time since they started trying to measure this. So what can we do about it? Well, Ruth Spellman is Chief Executive of the Workers' Educational Association. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Now, when we say human capital, we mean what? Competencies, skills, knowledge, creativity? Is that roughly what we're on about?
We do. It is all about who you are, how you are developing yourself, how you're being enabled to develop, actually, because so many of us are squeezed in the workplace, and it's about how we tap into that knowledge and expertise that people have.
Now, when the ONS measures it, seems to be basically using education and skills as a proxy for that. And what is it saying, then, that many of us are overqualified in the wrong job?
Well, I think what it's actually saying is we need to keep those skills up to date. And there need to be a lot of learning opportunities, a lot of opportunities for people to go back into learning. You might know that the OECD have just recently published some stats that show that in other countries, 60% of adults carry on learning all the way through their lives. And in this country, the figure is 20%. So there's an issue about how education is delivered, and there's also the fact of how employers behave.
And so what is the challenge then, and whose responsibility is it? Is it me, the employee? Is it my employer? What happens?
Well, with the people that we work with, we find that learning in the family is very important. Actually, adults setting the right role models. If they're back at school, kids learn better. Formal education has a place to play. Workplace learning has a place to play. And actually, in the workplace, employers themselves can do a huge amount to change the skills equation. And it's very simple things, like actually recognising people have got skills. Only 15% of their intelligence is being used at work.
We only use 15% of our brain at work.
Absolutely.
I think that sounds quite high, actually. But but anyway, but is there a serious point here that actually a more engaged worker is a more productive one? Because one of the big economic puzzles has been how our productivity has been falling.
Productivity has been falling, and it will continue to fall as long as we take a very short-term view. I think in quite a number of organisations, you can achieve rapid change. And that is really about understanding the skills of people, giving them things to do, giving them supervision and support, and enabling them to learn at work. And it's those companies that are reaping the benefits. And we can see really good examples around the country right now. And what we need is better practice. And we also need individuals to take more responsibility for their own learning. So as I said, going back into learning to get those skills. It's a shocking state of affairs when 20% of young people haven't got numeracy and literacy skills. So we need to fix that problem. We need to address that problem in education, but also in employment.
OK, Ruth, thank you very much. Ruth Spellman there from the Workers' Educational Association. Any hidden talents you